How can I help more people during this crisis? How can I take advantage of the opportunities that are being presented to me? How can I create more opportunities for myself at work so that I can actually make a bigger impact during this crisis instead of being in the weeds all the time? These are some of the questions I've been receiving. I'm Stacy Mayer from Stacy Mayer Coaching, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to manage your career during this crisis. So, answering these questions, like how can I do more? How can I actually help? All comes down to one solution. What is your long term vision? Understanding what your long term vision is for your career and knowing how you can actually start to take steps towards that vision actually during this crisis. So, I'm going to walk you through my V2 mom. This is my vision creating process. And I shared this with people on my email list. So if you want to get the worksheet that I created for this video, go to stacymayer.com/email and sign up for my email list, and I will send this worksheet off to you. But for now, if you have a pen and paper, and please, I'm gonna click this right now so that I can make sure that I'm viewing comments along the way. If you are watching live, please say hello. I think I can see it now. But I'll be walking you through this goal setting process so that you can actually measure and see if you are making progress towards your long-term goals, but also more importantly, what are the steps that you can actually do along the way to help to make that bigger impact at work right now. So write down these 4 letters. So I called it a V2 mom. This is my vision setting strategy. So it's actually, this is not something I made up. This is, you can Google it, but it comes from Salesforce, and Mark Benioff talks about it in his book, Behind the Cloud. And they use V2 mom all over the place at Salesforce. I'm out here in Silicon Valley. And so I hear about this a lot. But so the first V is actually vision. And the second one you're going to write down as values. And then methods, obstacles, and measurements. So those are the 4 steps of your vision. So your vision actually hasn't changed during this time of crisis. So if you had a vision to become a vice president of your organization, that stays exactly the same. If you had a vision to become the chief human resources officer, that stays exactly the same. If you had a vision to be called upon in the leadership meetings, that stays the same. So that's your vision. If you don't already have a vision, I suggest that you create one for yourself. Your values stay the same. If you aren't clear on what your values are, I also have a downloadable PDF that you can download at stacymayer.com/values. And this will give you a sense of what your values are. Your values stay the same. But it's the methods that we're going to be talking about today. So how you're actually going to get to your vision. So let's say your vision is to become a vice president of your organization, and it's completely tied to your values, because that way you can feel like you're making a bigger impact. You have a sense of achievement, you have a sense of responsibility, you feel like your work actually matters. So those different types of things that are getting you closer to this vision. But the methods during this time might look a little bit different. So here are some examples. And if you have any questions along the way, please post them in the comments and let me know. I'll answer as many questions as I can. So the method could look something like taking on a larger responsibility of a different team. So you might take on that team doesn't have leadership right now. And so you see some ways that you could improve process. So you decide that you're going to take on that responsibility. Another method might be that you you actually work more directly with your boss than you would have before, actually helping her with the crisis and managing it from a PR and marketing standpoint. Another method might be that you are becoming a squeaky wheel, as I talked about it with one of my clients who works in human resources, and she feels like a squeaky wheel when it comes to health and safety. But in reality, this is super important because she needs to be that squeaky wheel. She needs to be the voice of the people. And so basically, what she's figuring out is during this time of crisis, how can I be maximizing my effectiveness and ultimately staying aligned with her values and getting her closer to her long-term vision. And then getting down into your obstacles. What are the things that are actually standing in your way right now? The methods that I'm talking about are methods that you can do right now. So because there's layoffs, because people are leaving your organization, because people are working from home. So you're not going to have the same obstacles towards your vision that you had 6 months ago. You're going to have different obstacles. So this is something, and these are the questions. If you have questions about what are those methods that are going to actually get me closer to my long-term vision, then that's what the questions come from. So shoot me those questions, send me an email, let me know what you're thinking, or write them in the comments. And then how are we going to measure it along the way? And this is a sticky point for a lot of people because they're going to volunteer. They're going to step up to the plate. They're going to feel like they're making a bigger impact. And then 6 months from now, they're still not actually getting any benefits. They still are under earning. They're still not having the recognition that they feel like they deserve. And the biggest reason for that is because they're not advocating for themselves. So that would be a method. So along the way, you're actually telling people what you're working on and how you're stepping up to the plate. But a measurement could be that you have a very direct professional development conversation with your boss that you hadn't had before. So she clearly maps out for you what that next level of leadership would look like. That's an actual measurement. Now you know you're headed in the right direction. So this is the vision planning. A couple of takeaways that I really want you to understand is that this is not a time to lose sight of your long-term vision. Your long-term vision has not changed. It stays the same. The methods and how you're going to get to that long-term vision have probably completely changed. So it's super critical that you take the time to reevaluate, to look at your V2 mom for yourself right now and to ask these questions. Am I actually moving in the right direction? Am I making the impact that I want to be making right now? And what is that direction? Is that direction still the same as it used to be? Let me know, write in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, and I'll answer all of the questions that I receive from you. I'm going to look and just make sure that I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I knew that if I clicked on this, that it would have feedback. All right, so I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have any live questions. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are somebody who is looking to make it to that next level of leadership in the next 6 months, please reach out to me. You can schedule a free discovery call at stacymayer.com/apply. I am on a mission to get 1,000 managers promoted into leadership positions this year and even during this crisis. So if you are one of those people that want to finally get the recognition that you deserve, go to stacymayer.com and apply for your free call today. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.